This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 107. I have a special guest in the building for her second time. Milena, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. But 27 episodes later is nuts.
I know. This is insane.
That's nuts. But we can get right into it. People should already know who you are. You've done this before. What was the first topic that you wanted to go over? It was if you're meeting your partner. Wait, I don't know where it's at anymore. Help me.
That's because your outlook on that one was wild.
How is it wild?
I mean, not wild, but it's just funny.
How is it wild? Okay, let me see.
Because
you have the list too. Pull up the list.
Like, I don't know. Bring up my phone.
It's okay.
Let's see. I got you.
We're not in the classroom, lady.
Clearly, your Android is not working.
This is an old Android. This is like 7 generations ago. I keep all my phones. You keep your phones?
No, I don't.
I keep all of them.
I trade them in.
I've never traded a phone in. I have every phone I've ever had.
Really? From
like being a teenager to now.
That's actually insane. So when you see a couple, do you speak to both of them?
Fuck no.
Like, what? That's crazy to me.
No, why am I obligated to talk to someone I don't know?
It's not about obligation. It's about like what's respectful, I guess. Like,
respectful means obligation. When you walk into a room of adults that are family members, that's an obligation. So that's respect. So you speak to everybody. But if I'm walking in the domain, I've already had 3 shots and I see you and a nigga, I'm not saying hi to him. I'll say hi to you and we're good. See, I'm different. If I see you and you're like with a girlfriend or something, I'll be like, hey, Cal. Don't do that.
And then I'll be like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, I don't know.
No,
is that wrong?
I think so.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I think, and I guess in that situation, I would think that the person you're with, you would introduce them right off the back.
Yeah, and I would, me being me. But if I don't do it quick enough, you could still say hi.
Oh, no. Get out of here. I don't know you. He's a stranger.
I know, but if he's with a person you know, then you're just kind of like, hey.
My homegirls be dating mad strangers, yo. Like, I'm going to tell you this. My homegirls don't have the best choice in choosing partners. So.
But what could go wrong in that situation?
Nothing, because I'm not talking to him. The interaction happened. Like, I'm already past before you even think about he didn't talk to him and he's getting mad at you for me not talking to him. I'm already down the street at that point. I mean,
me being me, I would have definitely introduced you.
Sometimes I don't want to be introduced either.
I feel like it's just kind of one of them things, like, just like it's like being like respectful, I guess. I don't know. I would hate to say hi to you and not say hi to your girlfriend.
Who would care?
I'm at least gonna be like, hey, how are you? That's it. Not necessarily have to like introduce, like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is how I know him. No, but just like said hi to you, like, hey, how are you doing? Do
you know how crazy chicks can be off just a little interaction?
But guess what? You got to deal with that, not me. I'm down the street. You got to deal with that. If that's your selection in women, then that's something you have to deal with.
Some chicks be nuts, bro. If the waitress says sweetie to you, it's an argument that night.
But that's just unhealthy. And going back to episode 80, the toxic traits and all that.
That is very toxic.
I still remember you're Captain Toxic over there.
I'm not toxic. I'm the good toxic.
There's no such thing.
I have all the experience of a toxic person, but like the loving, caring man.
I like that description. You're still Captain Toxic, but it's
no. Calvin before 27 was nuts. Like that, I don't even know who he was. Like if we met, like if we had a time machine and I went back in time, I'm pretty sure that version of me would say fuck me. Yeah, for sure.
To you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, you was whack as hell, bro. What you mean you only got one girl, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like,
that's actually insane.
But you grow and you learn, yo. But yeah, I'm not saying hi.
You're especially not.
No. Maybe if you were a homegirl. What if you're with a homegirl? If you're with a homegirl, maybe. But not no dude.
Why? Is that a man thing?
Nah, it's just.
It has to be a man thing.
I don't know y'all. I don't know him.
So if I had a homegirl walking with me,
I'd be like, "What's up with y'all?" What y'all finna do?
What? Like, okay. The thing is, I'm not too mad at it because I can kind of understand the logic a
what
little bit.
What y'all finna do? I don't care what he finna do.
What could he do off of you being like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
I don't know. because it's not going to happen. I don't know what the outcome would be.
Guys, speak to your partners, people, please.
No, fuck them. This did happen to me one time, and it was like it became a problem. So like, I don't know if it was Walmart. It was a store. I think it was Walmart. Well before self checkout was a thing, because I'm old.
You were not old.
But I was by myself and an ex, or like not really an ex, like someone we messed around years ago. And I said hi to her. I didn't speak to the dude because I didn't feel obligated to. And he got mad in real time. And I was like, you got to chill. I don't know you. And just went by my day. And she called me later on that day and was like, it was a tough out for me, Calvin. Thanks. I was like, because I didn't say hi to this dude. I don't know.
But you see how she called you? She had no business calling you. And that's why he's mad. Like, that's really how that goes.
It's a tough out.
Well.
Good times. Let's see. Social media. Does it really matter? If your person likes, comments, interacts with others, does it matter? The answer for me is hell no. I could care less. I don't care. I don't care because
this is such an important topic.
if I'm dealing with somebody and we locked in, I don't care what you do on the internet. Just don't do it in real life. I don't care.
So if you have a girlfriend and she comments on men's pictures, you're not really tripping about that?
No, because
that's insane.
How is that insane?
I'm not talking about celebrity. I'm talking about she's commenting on like dude from work's pictures.
Who cares? Okay. Is she sleeping with the dude?
She's like commenting on the pictures.
I don't care because for one, no one even knows we're together. No one will know that because I don't do the social media relationship shit. You'll never know who I'm in a relationship and when, so it doesn't matter because it's all fun and games. Huh? What was that? What's Stephen Curry's wife's name?
Aisha?
Yeah, she said that shit about even being in a long-term relationship, still wanting to feel like you kind of got it still.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But there's other ways to do that.
Like what?
I mean, there's other ways to feel like you got it, and then also like your partner should be able to make you feel like you got it. Like I don't feel like you should seek elsewhere for that.
I mean, sometimes you just want to feel like you still got it. Like you can still get out here.
If I am dating, I feel like you're trolling right now. You're definitely trolling.
I'm so serious, guys.
Because if I'm dating someone and they're commenting on girl's picture from work that he works with a girl and he's commenting on her picture, that is a no-go.
Well, I would say that he's just not smart in doing it that way. He should be more mindful. Sneaky. Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yeah, put it behind the scenes.
No, there's no way. Like there's no way that is okay.
Why?
Commenting on a girl's picture.
Commenting, likes, interactions, like it's all fun and games, bro. Especially if we're laying up together. Like if we are together to get together and we for sure not messing with nobody else, it's all fun and games.
Is he trolling?
No.
He's trolling.
They know I'm not.
He has to be trolling. Like
it's all fun and games.
There's no way you're together with someone and it's okay for you to be like comment on
what
something.
Kind of comments?
Just like girls commenting like, "Oh, you look good." Like a girl's commenting on a guy's picture.
The guy can't look good? That's nuts.
Insane. No, he can, but like I feel like when you're in a relationship, you can't do stuff like that.
Why?
Because that's not respectful to your partner.
How is it not respectful? It's like, let's say you see a handsome guy and you say, hey, you're handsome. It's the same shit. It's okay. You're beautiful.
She can do that while she's walking down the street with you?
She could tell me that she thinks that person's handsome. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Like I secure myself enough to where that shit don't matter to me.
But
I don't give a fuck.
Secure or not, it's just not a good feeling, I feel like, to hear your woman say that.
I wouldn't take it serious because I see other attractive women.
Yeah, and I get that. Like, I mean, if y'all both see a girl with like a nice shape, y'all both admire. I get that, but like,
I mean, I'm not doing that and vice versa with the dude. I'm not. Oh yeah, like I'm not agreeing.
So and when she's like, "Oh, he has nice eyes."
Yeah, no.
Why?
Like, cool.
You're secure with yourself.
Okay,
so you can compliment another guy's eyes.
I didn't look at his eyes.
But if y'all both,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not looking.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I don't think social media is for me. Anytime I get in a relationship, I make two things very clear. I'm not stopping anything I do on the internet. Like, that's just not going to happen. And two, like, I'm going to be around women. That's just a fact. Whether it's food related or podcast related, that's just a fact. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, we're probably not going to work.
I mean, that's fair enough as long as you lay that down at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not changing that shit. I'm not stopping shit.
No, I don't think you should though. Like, I really don't think you should change what you do. But like the internet stuff. So in short, social media does matter, and people that try to convince themselves that it doesn't matter, I really feel like they're doing that. I'm not gonna say that they're being pick-me's, but they're being like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're being like, because they have no choice. Like, I feel like they just have no choice. Like, social media definitely matters. People spend a lot of their time on social media.
That's true. That's true. But people spend a lot of time in the real world too.
Some people do. Some people just kind of go to work and go home. And I mean, yeah, that's real. Like, that's real world. But you're going to work and home. You're not really interacting with like people. It's like the same people every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't think it should matter. And
it shouldn't, but it does.
It doesn't. Like 9 times out of 10, when I'm in a relationship, we don't even follow each other on social media. It's not even a thing.
Why?
Because what's the point? We're together. You can call and text me whenever you want, just not 2 days in a row. That's
a wild introduction to the next topic. It's a wild introduction to the next topic.
Transitions, man.
If we're dating, we're talking every day.
That's nuts.
And the thing is, it's not like you have to talk all the time. Like, you don't have to sit there and text all day, every day. No one's doing that. I'm not even doing that. But it's like, you have to acknowledge your partner at least. How was your day? No?
I mean, every other day, of course. I can go a couple of days without talking to my partner.
You're cheating.
I'm still, no, and not cheating.
You're cheating.
That's not cheating. I could go a couple of days without speaking to my partner.
I mean, I understand.
And not doing no weird cheat shit. Like, I just be in my own space. I need space. I need sometimes I don't even have my phone next to me. I literally just put it in my room and I go about my business.
So, are we talking like you're talking, getting to know this person, or your girlfriend?
Relationship.
So you're not talking to your girlfriend every day? You got me sweating.
No. No. And I think, and that's what I mentioned earlier, like, and then what if the relationship doesn't work? So now you're fucking sad over here because you don't have the person you talk to every day because you didn't build up some kind of...
So you're playing defense?
No.
Essentially, that's what it is.
No, it's...
You're playing defense because you're trying to not get too attached so that when the
I'd be mad attached.
Process comes...
I'd be mad attached. Really? Not talking 3 days in a row. Mad attached. And then when I talk to him on the 4th day, it's better energy. Like, damn, what you been doing the last 3 days? What you been up to? Like, I'm not even a person who, like, a lot of dudes be upset and feel some type of way about their girl going out, going to clubs, doing all that shit. I don't care about that shit either. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like that too. Like,
do you?
Yeah, I don't care about the clubbing and going out thing, but like, I do believe that we should have contact at least once a day. And on a woman's standpoint, if she's okay with not talking to you for days at a time, I got news for you, brother man.
I don't find that. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that to be true.
If she's okay with y'all not talking for days at a time, she has some other shit going on. I can guarantee you. If
work.
She wants to talk, no, not work.
Yeah,
not work. Yeah, work, but not that kind of work.
I don't find that to be true. I think that I personally have only been cheated on one time, and I cheated right back with some get back. That was the best get back cheat I ever had in my life. This is the one I was telling you about.
Okay.
The one that was very much so plausible. Okay. It should have and it was supposed to happen.
Okay.
Right? So my first apartment that I ever had, and I told the story before, but I'm gonna give you guys a little more details because she listens to this pod. It was my first apartment I ever had.
You are horrible.
First apartment, right? We were together prior to the apartment like a year and a half. It was toxic from day one because I was interested in her friend initially, but she kind of jumped in between that.
This is some Tubi shit, just so you know. It's like a Tubi movie.
Oh no! What was that? What's that? There was this one movie, and this dude said, "Do not talk to me in lowercase letters" or something. It was crazy.
In capital letters.
Yeah,
probably.
he said, "Don't talk to me in capital letters." And
That's
I was
a real
like,
thing.
That's a bar. I was
Yeah.
like, but we were together prior a year and a half before we moved in together. It was my first apartment again. Just preferencing first apartment ever. We broke up within 2 months of that 12-month lease, and we had 2 bedrooms. I was thought at the time I was being smart. So you have your own space, I have my own space, right?
To finish out the lease?
No. Like to get the initial apartment, we chose to have a 2-bedroom apartment so that she has her own space and I have my own space.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That made things way worse because
You don't say. You don't say.
so she ended up cheating on. Well, we were not together. We were in that apartment at least another month and just passing each other, just not even talking. Literally not talking. She in her room, I'm in my room. Both doors are locked. There's 2 bathrooms, whatever. Like we don't actually have to talk to each other, even though we're living together. And I come home from my lunch break. No, I come home to have a lunch break because I worked right up the street. And she walks in with this Negro. And that's when I knew I'm about to fuck the shit out of somebody else, because he walked right past me, and guess what I did? I actually acknowledged him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, bro, you good? And I knew at that moment it was over. Because I didn't care. I was cool with it. Like, I was like, what's that? There's a meme.
but if you were cool with it, then why was your like initial thought to go engage with somebody else right away?
Because I had been wanting to. And now
So
I
that was
finally
your
had-
green light?
Yeah, that was the go get him.
Go get him.
It's a go.
Okay. I
But
just
yeah.
feel like that there's some emotion behind that.
Maybe.
No, there is.
No,
because
maybe. I
there's
was
no
21.
way.
So
How old?
I was 21 at the time.
Okay, well then that's fair.
So yeah. So but no, I had a great time cheating. It was like some of the funnest of times.
Had a great time. But technically you weren't cheating.
Yeah. But it felt like I was cheating.
That is hilarious.
It felt great. It was fantastic.
You felt like that because y'all were living together.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It felt
That's
great.
fair enough.
It was great.
I've never lived with a man besides my
I've
father.
never. I was about to lie to you. I think I lived with 2 other women after that.
So you're a serial liver with your woman.
No, look, it's my place.
Oh, so they're living with you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know
This-
how you do it.
I don't know how I did it either. I refuse now. Like that's a hell no. Like
Really?
you can't even spend the night type shitting. Like
Can't even spend the night.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
That's actually hilarious.
You too lit? Let's call Lyft. Let's get you home, yo.
Let's get you home.
Let's get you home, man.
I don't know. I like living by myself.
Facts.
So I think I know that when the time comes when I meet someone and we like get serious, I know that'll be an adjustment. Hopefully a good adjustment.
Nah, don't do it. Wait till marriage. Don't move in with nobody till marriage, bro.
I don't know. I'd have to see how you live. Because what if that's the deal breaker?
Living together? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a deal breaker for me for sure.
No,
That's
I'm
never gonna
saying,
happen.
what if you're madly in love with this person?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all move in together. It's horrible.
Oh, it probably is.
gonna-
It's probably going to be like that. Because you learn people's actual traits. Like you can not act how you act at home outside all day every day, right? Like if you're a person who just doesn't clean the dishes often, like you wait until it piles up type shit, that shit annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
If you leave dirty clothes all over the place, you don't know that. If you can be dating someone for 2 years, move in with each other, and then find that out.
Okay. Me and my friends talked about this not too long ago, and I kind of feel like if you're dating someone for a long time, you can kind of pick, like you'll be able to tell. You won't fully know until you like live and like you're in the situation, but I feel like you'll be able to tell.
Nah, man. Because we were together a year and a half before we moved in together. And I had no idea she was a dusty at. No, I was playing. Shout out to her.
I would put the dislike button so many times on this if I was her. Dislike him, sis.
We're cool now. Like we've patched that up since. Like we actually had a conversation about how fucked up we were to each other. She still doesn't know I cheated.
Well, now she does. Well, now she does. So.
What's even the kicker is when she finds out who, but we'll talk about that another time.
I feel like this is an exclusive episode. Like,
We'll talk about that another time.
like this is an exclusive episode.
A time was had
Jesus Christ.
in her room.
It's the boldness of it for me.
Yeah, facts. You got to be honest, man.
That's really honest. Like, Jesus Christ.
You got to be honest, man. Because if you're not honest, then the shit weighs you down. You just got to say it.
I see.
I still can't believe you've never had ramen. That's weird.
Yeah, I want to try ramen. I've had I told you I've had pho.
From where?
From Pho King that used to be off of Palmer. I think they closed down.
No, they didn't close. They just changed their name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I
probably
used to go there all the time. We mentioned you lived over there as well. Mm-hmm. I used to eat it there all the time, but they just changed their name. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's the same restaurant.
Because it was right down the street from where I used to stay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I used to go. I loved it. Still love it. I got to find a better place to go in Austin.
Go to Broth and Basil in Pflugerville, next to Torchy's.
Okay.
It's the best pho you're going to find.
Really?
It's so good. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to try that then.
From cheating to pho. From pho to cheating.
You're insane.
So moving on, I moved on pretty quickly with that relationship. Pretty quickly. Like, not even the person I cheated on her with was the next person. It was the other person. The person I'm not going to say their name.
You moved on how fast?
Seconds. 30 seconds, I think. I think it takes me 30 seconds to take two good deep breaths, and
you're done?
I'm good to go. Next.
Jesus Christ. This is giving me a lot of anxiety. I feel like anxiety's through the roof right now. But I mean, I don't feel like that's wrong though. It's just like different for people. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's like a set time to move on. I just think it's like in your best interest to like really like heal and like examine the relationship like for what it was and take the lessons out of it and then move on.
Nah, put a Band-Aid on that shit. Move on.
Put a Band-Aid on that shit and move on. It's insane. It's insane. I just can't do that.
Why
like
not?
Serial daters.
Like the date them all girls?
Date them all girls. I'm not one of those girls. I don't believe that you should date them all. Date them all, like, and may the best one win. I see that all the time on Facebook.
That's actually nuts. Like,
why?
that thought process in my mind is literally nuts.
Let me interview you for a second. Why is that nuts?
Because you're not. So if you're doing that just to have fun, cool. But if you're actually looking for something and doing that, that's a little nuts to me.
But why is that nuts?
Because your partner. What if your partner is a person who's not okay with you just dating every fucking body?
But they're not your partner at the time. You're dating them until they make it apparent that they want to like be exclusive with you.
I'm only talking to you because I want to be exclusive.
So you don't believe in having fun?
I've had my fun.
Okay, so if you're dating a woman, your plan is to marry her.
Or be in a long-term relationship.
Okay.
Like, I'm not. That's why I was saying earlier. That's why I wrote what I wrote under your friend's post, even though we're friends on Facebook too.
Shout out to Bracia. Shout out to Bracia. Her post was like true though.
But what I put is what helps me. Like, I don't date to get to know someone. I get to know someone to date them. Because if you do that or do it kind of reverse and you actually talk to a person, you talk it out, you figure out their strengths, you figure out the things they're really interested in, that initial first one or two dates can be fire.
Yeah. But so your stance on that was, okay, so she posted, for people that didn't see it, she said, have you ever been on a date and knew right away you was never going back? Like, never sitting at the date and you just knew, like, I'm never going on another date with this person again. And what did you say?
I said no, because I wouldn't be on that date if I wouldn't be on the date with someone I didn't know. And that sounds like that's a person going on a date with someone that they don't know that well. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can get to know somebody on a date. Like, if I was to run into someone right now walking down these stairs, mm-hmm. and they were like, "Oh, I think you're cute, or I think you're pretty. Like, can I take you out sometime?" So you're not doing that?
No, never.
Okay.
Because again, for me, like, I like conversation, so I can tell if I'd be interested in you based off the conversations that we have.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to do that at dinner.
So what? At what point? Like, what does it take for you to want to ask a girl out on a date?
Plenty of conversations, 2 to 3 weeks of consistent talking.
Consistent talking every day.
That is
so
when
you do want to talk every day.
That is when it's appropriate to be talking every day. Once I know everything,
then you just ghost her.
Yeah, I'll talk to you in a couple of days, yo. Like, hey, how you doing?
So after y'all start going out and stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair.
For a long time, but like getting to know someone's a little different because there's still information that you're gathering. So you're trying to build up a case to figure out why you want to go on a date with this person.
Okay. I'm not mad at that, actually. I'm really not mad at that. That's not a bad stance. I feel like it's okay to get to know someone. Like, it's okay to be like, you know, maybe I find you attractive. Let's go here. And then you kind of get to know them more, like, at the spot.
No, absolutely. If that's how people choose to date, that's cool. That's cool. It's just not my lane. My lane's a little different. My lane yields a little bit different results 9 times out of 10.
Okay. Respect it. Maybe I need to try that. Because obviously what I'm doing not working.
And again, I like conversation. I like talking to people. Like, I don't like small talk. Let me make sure that that's not confused for a conversation. I hate small talk. Don't ask me how my day is if you don't really care about my day. But an actual conversation, like talking to someone for an extended amount of time. And then hopefully if you're doing that, that person also starts to like you even more. Like, damn, this motherfucker can actually hold a conversation. And we haven't talked about sex and nothing in this whole conversation. We're just talking. Hopefully that person.
Yeah, that's really a like, not like a talk about like non-negotiables for people. Like for me, it's like being a conversation person because I talk a lot. And so being like a good like receiver when it comes to listening, and then being a good like holding on a conversation, because it gets just draining having to like carry the conversation.
Yeah, facts. I've had to do pods like that.
Yeah, really? Yeah, that can be draining. But imagine like real life, like
facts.
A woman that you're encountering.
Yeah, facts. I try to, because like if I'm talking to somebody, I'm genuinely interested in them. So I genuinely want to know, and I'm not here to just fuck because I'm mature now.
I'm mature now.
Old Calvin.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm really detailed. Like my friends and all that I text or whoever, they know like I talk a lot. I text how I talk, like
with the nervous laugh.
Yeah, I do have a nervous laugh. I'm getting better at it though. I'm getting better. Just one of my tics.
Let's see.
I had some stuff. Let me see.
I have had pods where I've had to carry the pod and it's been draining.
Yeah.
There's this one episode, I won't say the number, 70 something. It's 70 something. I had a red shirt on, so I'll do what y'all got to do to figure out who I'm talking about.
Now I'm about to watch every podcast to figure out.
But it was so awkward. It was just like, why'd you even come here? Like, what are we doing?
But I think it's smart that you like try to get to know the person, or like, do the little Zoom calls at the initial, just to feel like
I did it with her and she seemed cool. I was like, all right, cool. And then she got on this motherfucker and it was just like dry as hell. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Never again.
That's tough. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie. With conversations, either you have it or you don't.
Because communication is a skill. It's not something you just wake up and be like, I can communicate.
Your transitions are just fire. You are fired at this. I love it. Which is very true.
So, what age do people have to start having better communication skills? I don't think it's an age. I know some motherfuckers who are 58 right now.
58.
Who can't communicate properly.
But the question is, at what age should? What's a good age?
28, 29.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of late for me.
Not if you really think about it. Like, at that age, you've only really been an adult for like 10 years.
10 years is a long time.
But half of that time, you were still immature. You know what I mean? But like actually like an age where you should have that kind of perspective in place. Because again, there's people who are super old who have never learned to communicate. They act the exact same way they did when they were 18. They express themselves the same way they were when they were 18. And then there's people who just have gone through a bunch of shit and have learned how to become a better communicator. I would say 28, 29 should be the age, but it's of course can happen before that or well after.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad age range. I would say, I don't know, maybe because of where I'm at right now in my life, I would say like it's important to start like gauging and taking lessons out of certain stuff so that by like 25 to 27, 28, like you're starting to get your communication together, especially if you want like a relationship or like long-term friends, because communication isn't just about like making a relationship work, like a romantic relationship. Like it's about your friendships too, how you communicate with your family, you know, your job, people you work with. So I don't know. I think it's important to do it as early as you can, because
No, for sure. But when I say that age, I was like using myself as an example when I said that, because like, where are people learning communication from? It's usually like they're around their friends who don't know how to communicate, so they don't know how to communicate either. They're not going out and seeking conversations with people who are outside of their traditional friend group or family group. Like me personally, I love transplants. Like we've had a ton of them here on the pod, people who have moved here from other states, other cities and stuff like that. And just having conversation with them, it helps me get better, because I'm like, all right, they don't have the same mindset. They don't know what fucking Pflugerville is. They don't know 6th Street is weird as shit now. They don't know the things that I know a person who has lived here their whole life would know. Mm-hmm. So the conversation can't be about things that I grew up with. It can't be about. It has to be completely different.
no, that's perfect. Like that's a perfect example. Like transplant, yeah. Because I mean, they don't know that 6th Street actually wasn't that bad at one point, and that it was actually fun and not dangerous. Like
Exactly.
people don't know that. I have a friend that's not from here at all, and he thinks Austin is just the littest thing in the world.
They all do.
And I'm just like, this?
Let me show you some, bro.
Yeah, he just loves Austin. So I'm just like, okay.
They all do. Literally, they come here because Austin's noted, or people are saying Austin's that city right now.
Because everyone's moving here.
Yeah.
And my rent is expensive.
Yeah, it's nuts.
My rent is expensive because everyone wants to move here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Austin to me is just like, I mean, I know Austin really well, born and raised here, but like, I don't know. It's just not a food place, in my opinion.
Austin has better food than Houston. You just have to go find the food.
Houston, Texas?
Yes.
There's no way.
I promise you.
No way you just said that.
I promise you. I stand by it 100%. I'm a food person. Like, I'm a person who will literally go downtown Austin, book a hotel, eat somewhere brand new for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 3 days in a row, which is like 9 to 10 restaurants in a 3-day span. I've counted how many restaurants I've tried for the first time in the last 2 years. I'm in the 500s.
I mean, that you're doing your research, man. Like you're doing your due diligence. But Austin, to me personally,
you've never had ramen. You can't say that.
I understand that, but better than Houston?
Yes.
There's no way. Like
you only say that because Houston has better PR for food.
Not even better PR for food. Like I'm a seafood person, and I've had a lot of seafood in Austin.
Okay, we are a landlocked city.
I understand that.
Houston has a coast.
Okay, so which again explains my. So okay, that's the reasoning behind it, but my theory on Houston having better food.
Okay, I'll give Houston this: they have better seafood and better brunch spots. Outside of that,
for sure, better brunch spots.
Outside of that,
but I'm not gonna lie, Houston brunch spots really drain me. Like,
I don't like loud music while I eat eggs. I don't
eat eggs.
I don't. That's just not my thing. I don't know. It's because I did too much partying younger, but I kind of like don't want to hear Lil Baby while I'm eating eggs.
That's actually hilarious. I mean, yeah, like brunch spots are supposed to be chill. I mean, there's some in Austin, some brunch spots like me and my friend Tim. We just went to another Broken Egg.
I love that place off of 183.
Yeah, there's one there, and there's one off. There's one in Lincoln Village.
Don't know where that's at.
No, are you from Austin?
Technically Pflugerville. I'm from Pflugerville.
Okay, I'm not.
I wasn't born here, but I'm from Pflugerville.
Where were you born?
Hawaii.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I'm Hawaiian, cool. Bro.
Explains the good hair.
See.
But yeah, another Broken I went to for the first time with my friend Tim, and we ate great.
Yeah, it's good. It's good food. It's really good
amazing.
food. I've never eaten there, but I've always got my food to go. But it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. And when I say brunch vibes, like that is the brunch vibe that I like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was pretty cool. Like
No
really
Lil
low
Baby.
music.
Yeah.
Everyone, like the vibe was cool. Aesthetic was nice. So,
Yeah, that's the type of environment that I'd be cool in.
Yeah.
But yeah, not blasting Lil Baby. Yo.
While you eat eggs.
While I'm eating some eggs.
That is hilarious. But
And that's a hidden gem. Not a lot of people in our community know about that place.
about where? Another Broken Egg? Have you been to the Boiling Crab?
I have not been to the one here, so it's a chain restaurant. There's one in. I've been to the one in Plano.
Okay. The one here, the Boiling Crab, is next to Another Broken Egg. Like they're right next to each other. In
I thought it was. Isn't
Lincoln
it by? That one.
yeah,
Okay.
there's two right next to each other.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you have to try. I want to go to the.
So it's
two.
by Papados.
Yeah, like right in that area, like right across the street.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet, but I mean, I'm assuming it's the same thing if it's a chain restaurant.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I had them pre-pandemic, so I know things like culinary wise for a lot of restaurants change. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it tastes like now, because
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna go eventually.
Yeah.
Just don't know when.
Everyone talks about it. It's all over TikTok.
I bet it is.
I'm about to buy TikTok, just so you know.
For pay.
Yeah. I need to make 4 payments.
That's nuts. Yeah, I just got into like doing TikToks and stuff like that literally like a month ago.
I told you I still don't know how.
I have had a TikTok for over a year, and it's just been there. I posted one video a year ago, and that was it. And then I learned that I actually have access to every one of my episodes, because once I actually post an episode, because it takes up so much storage after editing, I have to delete the video. So I didn't know, because I have YouTube Premium, I can actually just re-download the videos into smaller files and then use those to edit and make shorts for TikTok and YouTube. So.
I didn't know that. I still don't know how TikTok works all the way. I just have an account that I just scroll through stuff and watch. But there's no videos on my account.
One of my coworkers mentioned that they saw me on TikTok. And we're not friends. We're not friends on social media. I've actually never met this person in real life because we work from home or whatever. And she was like, I saw you on my TikTok. And I was like, that's nuts.
That's a good thing, though.
That's nuts to me, though.
It's a great thing.
It's
It means
nuts.
you're being, like, people are seeing you.
I know, but that's kind of weird.
No, it's not. It's a dope podcast, and so people should see it.
I know, but it's still weird. Like, even when I get numbers back from streaming, like Spotify and Apple and things like that, and it shows you the amount of countries that people are listening from, it is like 20 some different countries.
That's cool though. Like, I have a friend that does music, and he like tells me and shows me like how people will stream from wherever. I think that is so cool.
Surprisingly, a lot of people who are at least on my the Facebook pod page, majority of my DMs are like old white dudes who are like, enjoyed the pod. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in with you.
Oh no.
I'm trying to get in with you.
Oh no. Like, what are you're like 60 years old, bro. Like, what
But that's what I'm saying. That's cool though. Like, you don't understand the effect on people until stuff like that happens. Like, how you know he didn't just lose his wife and he's at home watching TikToks and podcasts, and he relates to the younger you. Like, maybe you remind him of himself.
Maybe.
So maybe your podcast is keeping him going. Like, that's how I like to think of stuff.
That's very optimistic.
Yes.
I had a Marine dude in the Marines. He's like, I'm in basic training or whatever, and we can't really do too much, but we can download YouTube because they don't have like Wi-Fi or whatever. So they just download YouTube clips and stuff like that and listen to that while they're studying and stuff like that. And he was like, I'm from Austin. He don't live here. He's like in some place upstate. But he's like, I'm from Austin. Like, you guys talking about I-35 is nuts. And I'm like, that's nuts.
That's cool, but like, you're relatable. Like,
that's nuts, bro. We're just talking about traffic.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
He was like, man, is traffic still bad? I'm like, yeah, it is, bro.
Traffic's actually worse.
It is worse.
It's actually worse.
For me to get from here to downtown before 8 o'clock takes me an hour and a half.
I believe it. I believe it.
Like, the traffic could be so backed up that it's like, where are we? Over here. Like, it'd be so backed up, like, the ramp to get on the highway be all the way back.
Yeah, I already know. And Wells Branch traffic is horrible.
Yeah.
Howard Lane's traffic, horrible.
I think they're about to reconstruct this whole shit.
Yeah. By my job right here, they're like building apartments. So like everything is shut down. It's hard to get to work right now.
That's nuts.
So yeah.
In closing, communication is important. It's a
Communication
skill.
is very important. You need to learn it before 30.
An attempt to learn it.
Yes. And put yourself in situations to learn it.
Yeah, you're not gonna grow conversational wise in the same groups. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Exactly.
But that's where people are comfortable at though. So they'll never leave.
Real growth makes you uncomfortable.
Facts.
I say that all the time. I swear.
No, facts. 27 and before Calvin, completely different person.
I have to meet this Calvin.
No, that is not. Woo. He's a tough out.
That's actually hilarious.
Have you ever cheated on somebody?
That is a crazy transition. I have not. I have never done that.
Why?
Because I'm just not in me. Like, it's just not one of my things. I feel like I'll leave before I cheat.
Have you ever been in a situation where you're in a relationship, but there's someone who's clearly a better prospect is hitting your line?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Like, you know, okay, so we talk about attachment. Mm-hmm. So you're like, you know when something is about to end. Mm-hmm. I've been in that situation. I knew it was already over, still stayed in it. And then, like, you know, people try to talk to you here and there. Like, yeah, you're probably a way better prospect than what the hell I have going on right now. So I feel like every woman goes through that. Every guy probably goes through that too. Like,
Facts.
there's definitely there's better out there.
Facts. I always go for the better. But my problem is, it's always, and this has happened to me my whole life, it always comes down to two that I think are fire, right? And I always pick the wrong one.
Yeah.
Every single time.
It's a gamble though. Like I think we talked about that last time. This like relationship dating phase stuff, it's a gamble. Like,
facts.
You're gonna have to roll the dice, and shit, if it don't work, you gotta. What my biggest takeaway from like relationships ending is that like the show must go on. Like,
facts. This train don't stop, yo.
Exactly. So you're gonna have to just take what you can from the situation and like let it be what it is.
Facts.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah.
Not in 30 seconds.
No, probably 25. I played myself this one time. Like there was two women that I was very much so interested in. The one I didn't choose was way funnier and like way cooler, but the one I chose looked way better and was less funny.
You see?
I chose the prettier. In my opinion, they're both pretty. They were both pretty women. Still to this day. One of them definitely listens to the pod. The one I didn't choose, I'm sorry. But they're friends. Right, so like when I went with this one, and I was like, nah, maybe I shouldn't.
Everything that glitters isn't gold.
Facts.
Everything that glitters isn't gold.
Lady was a demon. God.
I feel like that's a lesson men have to learn. Like everything that glitters is not gold, and like if you have something good going, like why are you trying to see if the grass is greener? Why? Why does it take you going to like dip your toe in the water to see if it's greener? Then it's not greener. Then you want to come mosey on back on this side, and that's where the conflict comes in because you can't come back once you leave.
Yeah,
at this point in my life,
back. I tried to spin the block, bro. I tried hard too. I was like, I chose the wrong girl. Calvin, she was my friend. I'm not fucking behind my friend. Oh fuck.
You see what I mean? Spinning the block is insane when that's the circumstances. And then, like, I chose the wrong one.
Yeah, like, I picked the wrong one. You make mistakes, bro.
That means that she's the second option.
No, she's the first right option.
No, in that scenario, she's the second option.
I picked wrong. She's the first right.
This is why I call you Captain Toxic, because the way you just kind of spin that to almost make me believe that she was like the first one didn't work out. It took you to realize that. You came back to her. She's a second option.
No, she's the first.
You didn't pick her first, so she's second.
She's the first right one.
So you kind of messed me up with that one. I'm like, what's she?
She's the first right one. Shout out to her though. I won't say her name, but she definitely listens. She's supposed to come on the pod eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please come tell your side.
She wouldn't dare. She wouldn't say that. She wouldn't say that. Because years later, she tried to spin the block. But at that point, I was like, nope. Out of spite.
Out of spite?
Yeah, for sure.
And you probably just missed out on your wife.
No.
Spin the block again. I think he'll reconsider.
No, please don't.
Spin the block again.
No. She's dating some short
shoot.
dude. She's dating some short dude.
Short guy?
Yeah.
What's wrong with short guys?
I don't know.
Short guys are awesome.
I don't know. I don't know short dudes.
To be my friend, you have to be 6 foot.
I don't know short dudes.
Well, hopefully she's happy.
Yeah, for sure. She says she is, but she is on dating websites. But I won't say your name.
Ooh.
That's how we reconnected. We was on what's that site? Black, BLK. Yeah, whatever that is. We were on that site, and she was on that shit, and she DM'd me.
Maybe she had a profile she didn't delete yet.
She was actively on it. She
okay.
she DM'd me.
Okay.
From there, she was like,
While
"What are you
she's
doing?"
Dating the guy?
Yeah.
You know why she's doing that? Can I tell you?
Cold
He's
world.
probably not talking to her every day.
Cold world.
He's probably not talking
He's a
to her.
very successful guy too.
Okay, well.
Cold world.
Wear a jacket because
cold
cold
world.
learned that a long time ago.
That's nuts. What was I about to say? I had something in my head and I just lost it because I was talking shit. That's probably why I lost it.
Me and you were talking earlier about love languages and how you think that you say that the 5 that came out.
So
there's
there's a book, right? Let me see if I can find the name of the book. So there's a person wrote a book about love languages. That's why people know about love languages.
How many are there?
I think there's 5. Shout out to Sierra too, because she's the one who told me
About the book?
About the book.
So it says like words of affirmation, acts of services, quality time, physical touch, receiving gifts. Like.
So people who have taken the words love languages and just did too much with it. So everything everyone's saying falls under one of these 5. But not because they didn't read the book, because they don't know the origin of it, they don't know that there are these 5, essentially. But I think to an extent, everyone has all 5. I don't think there's one in particular that, well, maybe there is one that's more than the others, but I think everyone has all 5 at some point or feels all 5. Except for physical touch. I don't have to be touching my chick. Like, I'm cool. I'll see you in 3 days.
That is amazing. I don't really know anything about love languages. I know like what they are kind of, but like for example, I don't really know mine. I guess like I know what I like and don't like.
Since you expect the person to talk every single day.
I mean, reassurance is important.
How's that reassurance? See, that's why I told you that ideal is kind of insecure of needing to talk to someone every day.
But it's not needing to talk to someone every day. If you're interested in somebody, I feel like you're going to want to talk to them every day. So why are you fighting the desire to talk to this person?
I'm not. I need my space, bro.
But the thing is, you have your space. We're just touching base on our days.
Why do I have to do that?
I want to
unless I'm doing something outside of my ordinary norm. Like if all I do is work and fucking play FIFA, the fuck I'm gonna talk to you about?
Okay, so for example, right? So so like during basketball. Okay, so we're in track season right now. Okay, so we'll go to a track meet at 7:00 in the morning, right? 7:30 in the morning, we'll show up to the track meet, set up, do all that stuff. First event might start like at 10:30, 11. And then the track meet doesn't end until sometimes 10 p.m. at night. I'm still finding time within that space just to check on you and say hi and let you know I'm thinking of you. Now, I could use the excuse. I could and say, "Oh, I'm busy. Like I don't need to touch base with that person or whatever." But I feel like on the receiving end of that, they should know like she's really busy, but she still makes time to talk to me. So like I feel like it's important when you're dating someone to make them feel like that is what I'm trying to get at.
Maybe I don't value that as something that needs to happen in a relationship. Like if we are together and we don't do shit, like if we don't go out, if we don't try new stuff, we don't travel, all that stuff, that's the stuff I take of like more importance. Like, hey, maybe I don't talk to you for these couple of days, but we're gonna plan a trip here in those couple of days. And then when I see you, we're going to be able to talk about our lives and what we've been doing the last couple of days. And that conversation is way more meaningful to me than me just texting you, hey, and you saying, hey, I'm good, cool.
But if it's your partner, like, you're not just saying, hey. Like,
so now I got to do more work than just say, hey.
I'm like, okay, so when we talk about love languages, is reassurance a love language?
No.
It's not, right? Just like what is it, like a trait?
It's an insecurity.
So needing reassurance is insecure. You're such a troll. I'm going to beat you up off camera. So
Maybe.
Needing reassurance is insecure?
Why do you need reassurance? You ever seen that movie? What was that movie? It was a Tyler Perry movie, Temptation.
Yeah.
I try to take my girls on first dates to see that movie because the way she treated that dark-skinned man is why what happened to her happened.
Okay, if I remember right, she treated him pretty bad. Wasn't he like a pharmacist?
I don't know.
Yeah, and then she like treated him really bad. Did he cheat?
No. She cheated because he wasn't spontaneous.
That's right. She was bored with him.
Yeah, and she
Tyler
cheated
Perry
on.
kind of has the same storyline. Sometimes I be forgetting, but I remember she did cheat with him, and she kept cheating.
Yeah.
Didn't she like start taking drugs or something?
She
went kind of crazy.
She got AIDS.
She did.
She did.
Oh, I need to run that. I need to run that movie back.
So
But
basically, moral of the story is don't cheat on dark skinned men. That's what I take away from that movie, and that's what I expect anyone I deal with to take from as well.
But like, okay, so still doesn't answer my question. Someone's missing. It's an Amber Alert.
You know, the fact of the matter is, I turned my Amber Alerts off.
You don't care about life.
No, it's not that. It's that a couple of episodes ago, an Amber Alert came on in the middle of me recording, and Amber Alerts take your video off. And I got really mad.
Dang.
I was like, oh, go find this child. Because it was like 4 in a row.
Dang.
I was like, let me
So you had to stop potting?
Yeah, we had to turn it off and then start again. And it threw off the balance of the pod completely. But yeah, so I turned them off.
That's insane.
Hope they find whoever they're looking for, though.
That was funny. I still want you to answer my question.
What?
Is reassurance insecure?
It can be.
How?
Because why do you need the reinsurance? Like the person you're with chose you, and you chose them. What more reinsurance do you need? That person could be with somebody else.
Yeah, from that angle, I can understand that. That's a valid point. So my thing is that if you like someone enough, then like things like reassurance and things like securing the person, I guess, is like things that aren't hard to do. So like if you're a person that requires a little bit, not a whole bunch of it, because it's annoying, like if you have to do it all the time, but there's ways to reassure people without being like, hey, I choose you, I want you. There's different ways to reassure people. So,
no, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, what is happening in a relationship where you need reinsurance? Like, I will do some shit like I'll make this into a restaurant. Like I have hanging lights. I've done it. Like that's my bag.
Yeah,
that's my bag for sure. But like I'll randomly be like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" "Oh, nothing. Pull up." "You know what? You got to stay in the room for an hour or two. I'm gonna cook dinner." They don't know it's happening at all, and then you blindfold them or make them cover their eyes, and boom.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I wouldn't do that for someone I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
So. Like the reinsurance thing would be weird to me. Like I just did this for you. Like why do I have to reinsure you?
So, okay. So for example, and the reason this is like bringing me back. I was like dating someone for a little bit, and it was a great time. And then I kind of like was like, I think I asked like a question like, do you feel connected? Like, do you feel like we're like a good match? And this person went left. He said
no?
No, he was like, I come watch your basketball games, you know, like watch you coach. I come do this. I hang out with you all the time, and I text you, I call you. Why would you ask me something like this? And I was just like, damn.
It is kind of nuts asking.
Asking that is nuts.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I think
asking that's kind of nuts.
But how? What makes that nuts?
Because if that person's doing all that stuff, like,
I should just know.
You should.
Okay.
You don't believe. I feel like you don't believe in people's actions.
I don't. I don't because I have seen. I have literally been in a situation where or in a long-term relationship where they were doing it, like they were the flowers, the, you know, doing, I guess, boyfriend stuff, but was like horrible the whole time behind the scenes. So like, I don't know. I think it's a me thing. I think I'm really just not ready to date. So
that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you don't trust people's actions.
I kind of don't. I mean, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's just hard. It's just really, like, it's exhausting. It's hard. I tire myself out by doing it. So I'm just, I don't know. But I think you are kind of right. Like, looking back at it, I understand that it was kind of nuts to ask that question. But I think I was looking for like a, yeah, like, you know, I could see this going somewhere. And that wasn't what I got. So
yeah, I was like, because that, and I don't know the guy, so I didn't say hi to him or nothing like that. But not just because it's like, if the person's doing all this stuff and then you're still questioning the connection, that's nuts.
Yeah, well, we stopped talking over it. So that was actually the reason we stopped talking. So, which, I mean, hey, you win some, you lose some. We keep this show going.
Yeah, I'm not like I like to do gestures. Like, that's how I show you that I really fuck with you, because I don't do certain gestures for everyone. Like, even cooking, like, I gotta fuck with you. I'm not a business. I don't have to cook for you just because you asked me to.
Yeah,
like, I only cook for people I really fuck with. Like,
yeah.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
It's not an obligation, because motherfuckers in the DMs talking about, when can I have some food? Never. Like,
the food does look good though.
That could have got before 27-year-old Calvin. That line, when they be like, when are you gonna cook for me? They got the job done every time. Now it's like, nah, yo, I'm good.
I get that. I understand that. Like, you're cooking for someone, you really like them, or like, you know, for example, like him coming to a basketball game and watching me coach or whatever, like that. I get it. I'm supposed to just know. But I also, on the flip end of that, I feel like, yeah, you did this for me, but if I'm asking you for reassurance, it cost you nothing to just be like, yes, I feel connected. Or like, if you want to cook for someone, or if you do cook for someone and they're like, after you cook for them, they're like, so you feel connected to me? I know that would piss you off a little bit. but what would it cost you to be like, yeah, like, I just did this for you. Like, I really do feel connected. Why did we have to go off on tangents?
So if I'm cooking for you, that means you know me. And if you know me cooking for you is something that I put a lot of effort into. And I don't cook half-assed shit and serve it to people. Like, y'all at home cooks get on my nerves.
That would be me.
I actually, like, I take time. Like, people don't understand this about me. I went to culinary school. Like, I did this professionally for a decade, yo. Like, I had a catering business before the pandemic. Like, I'm actually a chef. I'm not a pretend TikTok cook. I'm not that. I actually love food. Like, when I tell you that I'm going on a food day, that literally means I'm only going to this city to try food.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
And I care about, and that's another thing that helps me with conversations with people who aren't from here either, because like, food is like universal. Everyone got to eat. Mm-hmm. Every culture has food. Every culture has chicken. Every culture has rice, just mashed up differently. But my passion for cooking is a lot. So if I'm cooking for you, I'm putting a lot of love and time in that. And then for me to cook this meal for you, and then you turn around and be like, hey, do you look kind of like me? It's
okay,
nuts.
but the thing is, like I say, I understand the logic. Now I understand the logic. I get it. Like, I get it for sure. But okay,
like
gesture. So can we compare that for a second? Like, mm-hmm. someone coming to my basketball game and you cooking for someone, is that the same level of interest?
No.
Okay, good point. Why?
Because I'm actually, it's not. I don't want to say it's a time thing, because I'm imagining he would be staying for the whole game, right? Right, but his profession isn't scouting basketball or watching coaching. Mm-hmm. He's just there to watch you. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of different, because like, my profession is that. Yeah. Like, he's not a professional scout. Or maybe he is. I never said hi to him. I don't know.
I never said hi to him. So, okay, that makes sense. Just like, I don't know, I take situations like that, and when we talk about like learning communication, like I took a lot out of that situation. Like, even, okay, let's just say, okay, so when that happened, right, I was just like, okay. And then when we talked about it, the way he spoke to me, I was like, yeah, I don't ever want to be addressed like this in my life. So I moved around.
Oh, he was like, was this in person?
No, this was like text, like coming down on me. Like, how could you not think that I'm interested? I did this, this, and this, and I come spend time with you.
You texted him that?
No, I did. I messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that is something.
Like, we were kind of. I think we were already texting. I was like, "You feel connection like with us?" And he just went left.
Yeah, that's speaking of communication. Texting is not always the best form of communication.
It's not, but I mean, I was getting my hair done.
Then you got to save that for later. Talk to him in 3 days, yo. Sit on it.
Talk to him in 3 days is insane.
Sit on your thoughts.
But I mean, yeah, honestly, and like, you know, I talk about my dad a lot. Like, I ran that by him. He was like, why did you text that to him? But hey, you live and you learn. I was like, shit.
Yeah. I'm not if I have something to say, like if I have something that's like a thought on my mind, like that has something to do with my feelings, I never do that via text. I
think it's like me, because I'm such an anxiety-filled person. I'm like better through text than I am in person because I'm going to keep laughing. Like, I talk about it all the time. My anxiety is through the roof all the time. I don't know really how to mellow out. So yeah, like I think we were already texting, and then he had like left my house not too long after that. And I was like, you feel a connection with us? And he was just like, I can't believe you would ask me this. This is so stupid. And then once he spoke to me like that, I was like, yeah, kind of cool on it. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah. I think both are nuts. Both nuts? Both are nuts. Probably a great match then. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, hey, to each his own. I just be running with it. Like I'm to a point in my life where I'm like really appreciating like experiences more than attachments. Like I'll really, if that makes sense. Like, no, that was me before I was 27. Like I'll really be like, dang, this was a great time. And then when it's time to let go, I'm gonna let go. Like someone did something really nice for me for Valentine's Day, like super nice for me. And after that, I was just like, I mean, it didn't it didn't transpire into anything. So I was just like, this was an amazing experience. And I guess this is what it was. And then I don't think too much about it. What do you mean by that? Like someone did something for you for Valentine's Day, and after Valentine's Day, nothing transpired. It was the weirdest thing in the world. Like on Valentine's Day, me and my best friend, shout out to Omari, we went to what is that place called in the Domain? Which one? Fleming's. We went to Fleming's Steakhouse. They got some fire mac and cheese, yo. Yeah, the food was good. We went there, had a little girlfriend date, and he texted me, and he was like, when you get home, let me know. So me and her pulled up. She parked at my house, so she got out the car. I parked the car, got out the car. He was there with like balloons and flowers, and I was like in tears. And so I was like, wow. And so after that, I mean, that's just what it was. I mean, granted, he did tell me he was like, he wanted to do something nice for someone. So. That's nuts. You think it's nuts? I thought it was pretty sweet. I was just like, dang. Yeah, that's nuts. That's not what time I'm on. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And I even FaceTimed my friend. I was like, you just drove off, but look what he just did for me. And she was all excited for me, and I was excited. And so, yeah. So when I say like, I'm like. Yeah, you're a tough out, yo. Huh? You're a tough out. Why? I don't know, man. Something about you. I was just really excited. Like, I was just like, wow, this was nice. So I kind of have to train myself to be like, this was a great experience, and keep it pushing. Like, I don't have time to be sad no more. Is it because your relationship that didn't go so well? Is that like why moving forward you're like more so not? I don't know what the word is, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, my relationship that I was in for a while, it didn't. How long? It did. It was 4 years. Yeah, it was a really long time. We talked every day, by the way. We didn't skip any days like you like to do. That's why it didn't work. Probably, maybe it was. I don't know what it was, but it couldn't work. But like we're still friends. Like, I mean, we don't like hang out or see each other ever. But I mean, if I was to see him, I would say hi to him and his family and all that. Then you're not friends. I'm trying to be nice about it. Like we're cool. Like we're cordial. I see him out sometimes, and I'll just say hi. Like he has a girlfriend. He's happy. Like I'm happy for him. Are you really? Yeah, I am. I really am. I really am. I'm happy for him. I mean, I'm happy, like, doing what I'm doing. I just probably won't get into a relationship for a while.
Yeah, it's a tough out. I'm a relationship person. I like being in relationships.
I do too.
Like, that's why I only wait 30 seconds.
Why are you like this?
I take 2 deep breaths, and then I make a phone call.
And then I make a phone call. It's insane. See, I can't do that. I can't just call somebody and be like, hey, I'm single again.
You could do that.
No, I can't do that.
You could do
I
that.
cannot do that. I would get a whole bunch of, oh, you're spinning the block? Like, no.
There's this
no
one
block.
chick that for sure listens to the pod. And the only reason I be knowing these people listen to the pod, because when I talk to them, they'll say something. The only way they'll know it is if it was on the pod. Like, they'll never tell me they listen to the pod, but when I'm talking to them, they'll say something or a phrase that I know for a fact I said only on the pod. So
you have some fans.
Oh, I have fans for
Yeah.
sure. But I'd rather people be fans than interested in me though. Fans stay around forever. People who are interested, when you tell them no, it's like, ugh, it's tough out. But there's this person who, I don't know if she listens to every pod, so I don't know if she'll hear this, but she hits me every fucking other weekend, bro. And she's trying to spin the block. We haven't dealt with each other in like 8 years. And when she gets lit, she always hits my line. And I'm
probably
like,
hungry. She's probably hungry.
I don't know what she is.
She wants you to cook for her.
I've never cooked for her. That's the thing. And she always hits my line on like, she wants to spin the block shit. Like she has that option. Like, that's available to her. And I got to tell her no every time. So what have
you done to make her feel like she can spin the block? I
haven't done anything. Okay. Because she just references those times. And I told this one chick, I don't even remember dealing with you. And it's not, I remember dealing with this person only because she's consistently talked to me since we did what we did. Yeah. But yeah, I've forgotten some people before. Is that is that weird?
No, it's not weird. I don't think it's weird at all. I can remember who I've like spoke to. Cause I mean, like, truthfully, imagine being like in a relationship for 4 years.
I can't.
In Austin. Mm-mm. After that, it's like everyone kind of knows you for being with that person. So it's right now, it's very hard for me to date. Like, everyone has some type of connection to this person. So.
See, now, that's how you just make sure no one knows who you're dating.
Yeah, but I mean, we were together all the time, and yeah, we were on like social media and stuff. So that's probably
where you went wrong too.
A lot of mistakes. The next person is staying in a closet.
You got to keep them there for sure.
I am. Put them in a closet.
That's tough. Oh my god! I remember this one time. It was like, because you said closet, and closet triggered me. So there was
closet triggered you.
Yes, because there was this one time.
That's actually hilarious.
There was this one time I was dealing with this woman. And, well, I mean, we were teenagers. So we were like 17, 18 or whatever. And I snuck into her crib, right? And her mama was in there. Mm-hmm. And then we did what we did, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Her mom comes into the room, but like, she hears her mom. She's like, yeah, get onto the bed. I'm like, I can't just go in the closet. She's like, oh, go in the closet. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm just in the closet, bro. And it's one of those, it looks like that door, like you can see through it.
Yeah.
I'm just in the closet. Her mom's like just talking to her. I don't think she thought I was in there, but the word closet triggered me. Yeah. I was in the bitch for like 30 minutes, bro.
That is hilarious to sneak. I have never snuck somebody in.
Word?
I have never been snuck in.
Why not?
I'm scary. I'm very scared. My friends will tell you. I'm not the mom of the group, but I'm the scary one out of the group. Like, someone told me, because I'm like writing my like final paper for school to graduate in May, and they're like, use this chat. Do you have heard of Chat GPT or something like that? Mm-hmm. It like outlines the paper. I'm scary. I won't use it for my paper.
That's AI, bro.
Yeah, I won't do it, because what's gonna happen? They're gonna run my shit through the scanner and realize I plagiarized, and then I'm out that thing.
Nah,
like, yeah, I'm just very scary. I can't do stuff like that.
You gotta sneak in one good time, man.
I can't. I'm too scared. I'll literally pee myself.
You gotta sneak in one good time.
I can't. And now I'm older. Like, I don't want to do that. I have an apartment.
Nah, you gotta sneak in one time.
Just for the hell of it?
Yeah, just for the hell of it. For the experience, since you're into experiences now.
I don't feel like I have to do that anymore.
You don't.
Just come over or something. Toxic cow.
I'm not toxic. I'm just honest.
The real out of this.
I'm just honest.
You are very honest.
Like, I think, who was I talking to? Okay, so there's this person that I dealt with in the past, right? And we just now got back cool. And she was like, you don't remember telling me something? And I was like, I don't remember a lot of shit. She was like, you told me that you didn't want to date me. You only wanted to have sex with me. And I was like, what's wrong with that? I was being honest. Now if I lied and got it and then told you afterwards, you would have been pissed. Yeah. But I told you up front. Yeah. And you were still pissed. So I don't know what direction.
Poison. Like in that situation, personally, I don't think you did anything wrong at all.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I don't. Only because you were very true with your intentions. Facts. And I mean, hey. The messed up part is when someone kind of leads you to believe something.
Yeah, I don't be doing that. I just be saying, like, I'll tell you what it is. Like, I know the women I only want to do that with. I know the women who I want a relationship. It's not hard. Yeah. There's an easy distinction. I won't say what that is, but
I want to know what it is.
It's a feel. It's just a feel, man. Like I know.
What is it though? Is it the way she dressed? Is it the way she carries herself? What she does for a living? Like what distinguishes between the fun and the serious?
I don't know. It's an energy.
Okay.
It's an energy. Sometimes you just only want that kind of interaction with someone, or you think you can do something longer.
Makes sense. No, it's the same for women. So
I really don't know. It's just it's a feeling. But I try to be honest in those kind of scenarios.
I think it's important to be honest. So big ups to you.
Because people be having their hearts broken and then not dating ever again. I'm like, God damn, I couldn't do that. Like I don't
like that. I feel like you kind of threw that at me a little bit.
I did for sure.
I know. No, I'm gonna date again. I feel it coming. Like I really do. I really feel it coming soon.
Just don't ask them if there's a connection. You'll be all right.
Clearly, I can't ask that.
You can. I don't think that question is... Well, I think it's nuts, but I don't think it's as nuts as it would have been if you guys were in person.
Why is it so nuts to ask that question? Like what is... I just don't understand. Like, we talk about communication.
The connections... The connection has already been made. Like, I'm telling... You think I do this for everybody? You think I
don't know. We're still dating. Like, we're still figuring this... I don't know what you do.
You think I just go to mad school games?
But I don't know that because we're still dating. That would be wild if I was in a relationship with this person and asked, like, do you feel connected? Motherfucker, I wake up to you every day, or like I see you every day, or I talk to you every day. Like, yeah, but this is like in the dating stage. Like, I think I'm like on this whole like.
That's why you don't date to get to know someone. You get to know someone to date them. That's what the problems you run into.
Maybe that's what it is. Like, I don't know what it is. I just know that I'm not supposed to ask that question, I guess.
Maybe you can, just maybe in person next time.
Listen, what I chalked it up to was a compatibility thing. Because again, I understand the whole like dynamic of like love languages, or just date someone that likes you back.
That is fact. Date someone who actually likes you. Like, a lot of folks be dating folks who don't actually like them. They like them for what they got, whether it's ass or money. I'm telling y'all.
It is money or situation, or she got her own place and, she don't ever ask me for money. She's low maintenance. Like, she don't need her,
Do you think women not asking for money is low maintenance?
I think no. Well, I'm like, there was a comma between that. Like this and this. No, okay. Truthfully, I don't think women should ask men for money.
Amen.
I think like gestures again are nice. Like, taking someone to dinner or taking someone to lunch or whatever, but just dry asking for $300 because you want to get your hair done. Like, I don't do that.
I personally have never been asked for money. Like, I know dudes have this whole, like, I hate women rant shit that be going on. Like, I personally never had a woman that I was dealing with who just asked straight up for money or anything like that. So I've never experienced that. But what I would say, if that actually happened, and she was like, hey, I'm late on my light bill. Oh, you had lights before me, right?
Exactly.
Like, you had that before me, right?
You'd have to figure it out without me, yeah. No, I've definitely had a situation where a man has asked me for money. Yeah, definitely. Just because I think that they know, like, they know that I'm kind of like comfortable, like living comfortable. So like I don't really struggle as like financially. And so, yeah, like I've definitely been asked for money before.
Large sums?
No, not large sums, like 20 for this or whatever. Depends how hard you mess with that person if you give it to them or not.
No, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, but I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of like, dang.
Yikes.
Just lost my interest for $20. But again, it just depends, like how hard you mess with them.
Yeah, I guess I'm lucky in that sense. I've never had to
That's
through
good.
that.
I don't feel like that's something like you should have to go through. Like really, it's an awkward exchange, anyways.
That's why I ask, who do you look up to? And if you say Sexy Red, it's a no for me, dog.
Well,
It's a
I
no.
look up to Sexy Red.
I don't know what to tell you.
What did you tell me earlier? You said she don't even know who she is.
She don't even.
I'm not gonna lie, she's lit, but yeah, I definitely don't look up to her. But honestly, I like that question. Like, who do you look up to and why? That's a really like great question.
That I promise you, if like,
What kind of answers do you get?
I've heard Angela Rye. Oh, I heard a car. It's been a number of people. Some people just politicians, authors.
A good author is a good role model.
Family members, parents. I've heard a number of things.
Yeah,
Can't really pinpoint to.
that's a really great question to ask somebody.
Facts, because
I might do that
it really tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Like, not in the sense of like knowing them as a whole person, but you can kind of gauge where their mindset is by who they listen to every single day, who they look up to,
Their influences, because you're influenced by that. Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
I'm definitely. If I ever get asked that, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I would really appreciate the question. Like I would be really impressed with the question.
That's why you don't ask that. That's why you don't date. What else? I just lost my train of thought, bro.
That'd be some bullshit.
That's why you don't date to get to know people, bro. Know them, because then let's say you get to know that person. What?
You said you don't date to get to know people. You just know them.
No, you know my phrase. I don't date to get to know people. I get to know people to date them.
Get to know people to date them. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So say you're talking for 3 weeks, a month, whatever. You guys go out on your first date, and then since you guys already have a rapport, it's zero awkwardness. You guys can reference conversations you've had already. Mm-hmm. You don't have to make up brand new ones. And then you drop that question.
Yeah.
And then they tell you, and they be like, all right, cool. I thought you was on that energy anyways. Appreciate it.
Okay. I mean, I like that. I'm not opposed to that. I think
it makes life so much easier. Like when you're even, and I'll even say this, even if she's on that date 'em all stuff, like if you have good enough conversation, I think that she'll revert to only dealing with you. That's been my experience.
But at the same time, you don't want to be in no position where you're like convincing someone to only date you. Like to me personally, the date 'em all mindset is just like, it's a mindset that a woman just feels like she has to, like it's a mindset a woman's not going to get out of. If she believes she's going to date them all, she's going to date them all.
Yeah. Good luck with that, man. That's always good luck.
Yeah. It's insane.
I just had something I wanted to say in closing and I freaking forgot. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. You did a pretty good job today.
Always. Oh my gosh, I really had a thought in my head and I can't remember what it was. God. Come up with something while I think.
Come up with something while you think. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna start freestyling. In closing, I mean, we've had some pretty good conversation today. Like we talked about not having to talk to your partner every day. Mm-hmm. We talked about not having to speak to somebody's partner if you don't know them.
Fuck that nigga.
Like you're the ad-lib. We talked about when you should be able to communicate effectively as an adult.
28, 29.
Those were like the highlights in the love languages. I feel like all of these, for me personally, the purpose of like podcasts is to like because there's people out there that think just like you and think just like me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is an important platform for people to like feel related to. Like the dude in the older white guy, mm-hmm. like he probably felt like he could really relate to you. You should be flattered.
I have nothing in common with you, man. From Virginia.
Those Virginia people, man.
Oh, I remember. And it was I actually have never ever said this on the pod, but you asked me a question. You were like, "Have you ever had dudes on the pod?" And I said, "Yeah, I've had plenty of dudes on the pod." But the dudes who want to come on the pod at this point in this stage of the pod, I don't really fuck with like that. Yeah. Like I really, I don't like the whole like I hate women. They should act like this kind of mindset.
What's that guy called? Andrew Tate, something like that.
Yeah, all that alpha shit. Like it's so weird. It's cringe, and I don't understand it because like I actually like women. Like as a whole, like I like to be around women. So one of the main reasons I don't have that many dudes on in comparison to women is just because I don't want to give people a platform to shit on women. You know? Yeah. And that's all the time they be on. Like they'll be in my DMs like, man, why don't you talk about this, this, and this? Like I don't want to sit here next to a dude talking bad about women because I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to have anything to say. Yeah. I'm not going to agree.
But that's why I really like your like whole like that's why I really like how you talk to people like beforehand. Mm-hmm. So like me and you already have really good energy, so we didn't have to do that.
Yep.
This, you know what I mean? So I think that's important. Like I'm glad you do that.
Yeah.
Because then you're like blindsided during a podcast.
Yeah, 170 plus video chats.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. And it doesn't feel like it, but
that's
like
awesome. Like
it's weird. It's nuts. I can't believe because there's only 107 episodes, so that tells you
some people didn't make the cut.
Some people did not make the cut.
And hey, that's my thing is you're like self-made with this stuff. So like you don't have to allow everybody into your space, your energy.
Should some of the people that hit me up to tell their story is like it's nuts. You wouldn't even believe some of the
but I'm glad you know how to say no.
Yeah, I don't want any rappers on my podcast.
So I should just get up and leave?
Oh, you're a rapper now? Yeah, I'm not interested in doing pods with rappers who tote guns in front of video cameras. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been some really weird requests of like people who want to come on. Like, my friend, this has happened. They're going to jail. They're doing this. They want to speak their piece. They want to speak it before they get locked up.
Free them.
Nope.
Free them.
Nope. You're not about to have my shit in a deposition. I'll have detectives watching my
podcast. That's crazy. I mean, because you could easily give them a platform.
Yes.
But you choose not to. So no, I love what you're doing with this.
Facts. Yeah, I didn't have anything else. I think we didn't do 2 hours, but we got through everything. So
yeah, that was awesome.
That's good.
It was a good time.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything else that comes to mind?
No. I'm trying to think. This was awesome. I always enjoy doing this with you.
And this is number 2, so you can't be 20 episodes. So
no,
maybe 27.
No, we got to do this again.
Yeah, you got to pull up, yo. And then tell your friend to hit my line and we can figure out some shit too.
Oh, yeah. I think you would love it. I think you would enjoy him.
Going to Houston. Let me ask you this, because we can close with this. So in Houston, what do you do when you go? If you're going for fun?
Like if I go on a girls trip or something. Yeah. Definitely go to brunch spots. I'll just have to put up with the little baby while I eat eggs. Mm-hmm. So like brunch spots, me and my best friend will go to like museums out there. They have this Japanese culture museum. I don't know if it's seasonal or I don't know if they I just. You
got to look that up as soon as we're done with this, because I've been looking for some museums. They used to have a Van Gogh exhibit thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's open anymore. I really wanted to go to it. My friend had showed me a video, I guess it was a couple years ago, but it was like different colors, different lights, different paintings, stuff like that. Like, I like shit like that.
Houston has a lot of interactive museums too. Like, I really love interactive museums.
No, I just like to look at shit.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
The interactive is cool though. Like, you can jump into the ball pit.
The ball pit that they ain't never cleaned one of those balls.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with that pink phone at that place. Like, dog, they really sanitizing the pink phone?
Yeah, probably not. But hey, you only live once. Maybe not for long, but you only live once.
That's nuts.
But yeah.
Because I'm heading to Houston tomorrow morning in the rain.
You're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fun.
We're going to go to Trill Burger. We're going to go to this Japanese place.
Nice.
I hope it is. I went to
it will be. I haven't been, but the burgers look amazing.
I went to the voted best burger place here in Austin, NDC Burger or whatever. It was kind of mid.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of mid. So hopefully it's better than the burger here. And then there's like 6 other places I'm going to go in. One Mexican spot that I heard was lit.
Love Mexican food.
So
you're gonna have a ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have some fun. We're gonna go see a Rockets game tomorrow. Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday or Sunday. I've never been to the Rockets Stadium. I've been to San Antonio and Dallas, but I've never been to the Toyota Center. So
yeah, it'll be fun. San Antonio's cool too. We just got back from there.
San Antonio has some great food.
Yeah, they do. They actually really do.
Mm-hmm. Not better than Austin though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 107. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.